Letšema is a concept that I grew up with, where the community would come together to go and work in someone's yard or to get the yard ready to be planted, to do whatever it's needed that needs to be done, and then they move to the next person's yard next week. So I was inspired by that, and I've seen how that really nourished and made communities to be self-sustainable. My name is Dorah Marema. I live in Krugersdorp, Johannesburg West. I'm an Atlantic Fellow for Racial Equity. South Africa is one of the most unequal nations or society, and you have the most poor and you have people who've got a lot of resources. With COVID-19, these inequalities were laid bare to us. COVID had a huge impact on food security. When the lockdown was announced, there was no measure to put in place for people who didn't have money to go and get food in bulk, who are living from hand to mouth. So as a result, many families were stuck with no access to food. We suddenly realized we are not only in a health crisis with COVID-19, we were also in a hunger crisis. People were going to bed hungry.
Sure. Oh, nice eggs. Oh, okay.
I was provided with the Solidarity Grant, and with it, I mobilized champions in the West End of Johannesburg. The champions are women who had been working in their communities. When they started talking to me, I started to realize that there is more that we could do. I've always been a big fan of working with the people to do things for themselves. One of the things that we identified is that we need to get every household to have a backyard garden in every part of this country as soon as possible. And we provided communities that needed support with food, with fresh produce, dry goods. We also provided them with seedlings and a bit of compost for them to start the backyard gardens. So right now we are working with the ladies at the women's shelter to teach them on how to start a small garden patch in your backyard.
We struggle in this coronavirus, so it's better that we grow our own food that we can eat and carry for other people and share for other shelters.
There's been a huge increase in gender-based violence during the lockdown, something that we really have never seen. Like, it just really went skyrocket. Some of the women are heavily reliant on their partners to be able to sustain themselves and their children. So we had to become pro-women in partnership with organizations like this one that are assisting the women who are affected.
I feel excited because of now we know that we have our own thing that we made by our hands.
The soul of what we're trying to do is to be in solidarity with our people. It's just to say you are able, you have what it takes, you've got the power to be able to do something for yourself. We have reached over 270 households. And one of the things that we quickly realize is that there's definitely surplus from what the people are producing. And I'm a firm believer in making sure that people are able to generate income that will enable them to sustain themselves.
Eggs, 38 rand.
We decided to introduce the concept of solidarity community markets. That's where the community will bring the surplus that they're producing from their backyards or they're from the communal spaces and sell together.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Before this, I would have to do a lot of work myself, go out and distribute the food and assist and do all of these things. But with this Solidarity Grant, I was able to bring in the people who were not involved in this kind of work before to actually take an interest.
My name is Talita Zondi. I'm a farmer. With Dorah, when they do their Ubuntu packages, I sell the veggies to them And I'm also participating in their workshops in terms of teaching other farmers, like people that are new in farming, how to plant.
Talita is amazing. Her farm is now like the anchor place that all the champions are able to come, and not only just themselves, but the people that they have given the seedlings to start their backyard gardens are now coming and being trained at Talita's farm. Information is being shared, opportunities are being explored, and the possibility is endless. I have been inspired by people that we gave seedlings this week. Sometimes they had given the next door neighbors the seedlings from the seeds that we had given them. So there was this whole hope and revival that was coming out of this tragic pandemic situation. What we have been able to do is to work with our people to understand that when you grow your food, you know where it comes from. You grow it in a soil that you are looking at the soil that it doesn't have chemicals, whatever. And right now, we are reaching a stage where the communities where we have been working with, they are essentially eating the same kind of food, good quality as the ones with the money. So it's been incredible, and it's revolutionary, it's amazing. What drives me is when I see people realizing their own potential, that all of a sudden they just realize that I am the one that I've been waiting for, that I've got what it takes. This thing is not in just some people, it's in all of us. And many times it's just waiting to be awakened, not deposited. You already have it.